What's going on, guys? This is Miron and welcome to the new video tutorial. In this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a complete login and forget password system in VB.NET using SQL Server database. That means if you forget your password, you can easily change your password using this system. Actually, this video covers couple of topics like how to create login form in VB.NET using SQL Server database, how to send an email using VB.NET, and then how to generate random number in VB.NET, and finally how to update the database data using VB.NET. So without any further more explanation, let's do it. Open up Visual Studio, go to File, click on New, and then click on Project. Select Visual Basic. Underneath of Visual Basic, select Windows Form Application, and give the name of your project, and then click OK. Now expand that form little bit, and then from the toolbox drag and drop some controls like labels, 2 labels for username and password, 2 text box, and then 1 button. Now change the property, select each label and change the text. Here goes username, and then here goes password. You can also increase the font of this label, so go to font property, and then you can give the size over here. Now select the text box, and we need to change the text box name so that we can remember while writing the code. So here goes txt user, here goes txt pass, and here goes btn login, and change the text of this button. Here goes login, and drag and drop one more label and place below the login and give the text as forgot password, and arrange it. Now we need to change the cursor so that when the user move their mouse over this forgot password, the hand should be displayed. So change the cursor from default to hand, and go to font and underline this password true. There you go. Now we just create a simple login form. Now we need to create a database in SQL Server. So open up SQL Server Management Studio, right click over database, click on new database, and give the database name, and then click OK. Now expand that database directory, scroll down and find the recently created database. Again expand that database, right click over table, click on table. Here column name goes to username, and data type must be varchar, and password varchar. Press Ctrl+S from your keyboard and give the table name login forget, click OK. Now again expand that table directory, right click over recently created table, click on edit up to 100 rows. We need to insert some username and password over here like tsn email rcbrn, and the password is 123. I am using such an easy password only to demonstrate you, but you should not use such an easy password in your system. So simply close this window, it will automatically save your username and password. Now go back to Visual Studio, right click over your project. Here we are going to add 2 more forms. So here goes send code, and 1 more form. Now go back to send code form and expand that form. From the toolbox drag and drop some controls like labels, 2 labels, and then to text box, and then to button. Now select that label and here change the text, enter email, here goes enter code, and then button, here goes send, here goes verify. Now select the text box and change the text box name, like here goes txt email, and here goes txt verify. Now the basic mechanism in this forget password system is when the user enter their registered email address in this text box and then click that send button, what we are going to do internally is we are going to generate on a random number and send that random number into their email, and we are going to display on message box saying that please check your email and enter that code into the following enter code text box. Now when the user enter the code in this enter code text box and click that verify button, what we are going to do is we are going to check whether the user enter the exact same code that we sent into their email address or not. If the user enter code is matched with the code that we sent in their email, we are going to open the reset form, this one form. In this form they can reset their password, otherwise we are going to display the message saying that wrong code. Now here you need to understand two things. First one, if the user entered the email address other than the registered email address, they cannot reset their password even though they enter the exact same code that we sent in their email, because we will check their email address in this reset form. And the second one is you may ask why we need to verify the user. That means why we need to enter the code and verify, because anyone can try to reset your password if we remove this verify section from this program. So let's do it. Now double click this button, and before writing the code we need to import some namespace. So imports system.net imports system.net.mail. Now inside the class we need to define some global variables. So dim random code is string, and then public share to user is string. We define random code as a global variable because we are going to access this variable value in the another button clicking event, that is in this verify button clicking event, to check whether the user entered the exact same code that we sent into their email or not. And to user variable, both public and share. We make this variable public because we are going to access the user enter email address from another form, that is a reset form. So we are going to pass the user enter email address into the reset form. So we need to make this variable public so that we can access the variable from another form. And share also, in Visual Basic, share means static. That means we do not need to create the object of this class in order to initialize this variable. One more thing, this variable store one and only one value over the execution of this program. So let's write the code inside the clicking event of this button. Here I am going to define some variables. So dim from pass message body is string, and we are going to use the random class. So dim rand is random is equal to new random. Now we are going to generate a random code and store that random code in the random code variable. So random code is equal to rand dot next, in the bound is 999999, means we are going to generate a random number from 0 to 999999, and we need to convert this into string. So to string. Now we need to use the mail message class in order to send the mail from the bb.net. So dim message is mail message is equal to new mail message. Now we are going to take the input from the user, so to user is equal to txt email dot text. Now you need to provide the email address from which you are going to send the email to the user, so from is equal to gmail.com. Now you need to provide the password of this email, so pass is equal to, let me copy the password, there you go. Now the message body is equal to your reset code is plus random code. Now we need to add the message, so message dot to dot add to user. Now we need to specify from where we are going to send the message, so message dot from is equal to new mail address, here goes from, and we need to space the message body, so message dot body is equal to message body, and you can also specify the message subject, so message dot subject is equal to password resetting code, and we are going to send the message through the SMTP client, that means simple mail transfer protocol. So dim SMTP is SMTP client is equal to new SMTP client, and the SMTP is we are going to send the message from the Gmail, so smtp.gmail.com. Now we need to enable the SSL, so smtp dot enable SSL enable secure socket layer is equal to true. We need to specify the port, so smtp dot port is equal to generally 587 is used, and we need to specify the delivery method, so smtp dot delivery method is equal to smtp dot delivery method dot network. We are going to send the mail to the user from this network, so network smtp dot credentials is equal to new network credentials, and our credentials are from and password. Now try, we are going to use try and catch exception handling over here, so try smtp dot send message, and we need to display the message box to the user, so message box dot show please check your email and enter the code in the enter code text box, and in the catch exception message box dot show exception dot message. That's it. Now this much of code can send the email to the user, and we are going to send the random code, that means resetting code into their email. Now go back to the design, double click that verify button, and we are going to check whether the user enter the exact same code that we send in their email or not. So in order to do so, if txt verify dot text dot equals random code. What we need to do is we need to display the another form. So dim reset is equal to new reset. We are going to create the object of this reset form, and reset dot show and dim sc is send code is equal to new send code sc dot hide. We are going to hide this send code form. And one more thing, what we need to do is we need to transfer the user enter email address into the reset form. So in order to do so, to user is equal to txt email dot text. Now if the user enter code is not matched with the code that we send into their email, what we need to do is we need to display the message to the user saying that else message box dot show wrong code. That's it. Now go to the reset code, and here we need to drag and drop some controls. So two labels, two text box, and one button. Now select this label. Here goes new password. Here goes verify password. Here goes txt var password txt verify new password, and here goes reset. Now double click this, and we need to import some namespace. Imports system.data, imports system.data.sql clients. Now we need to connect this application with our database. So go to Server Explorer, right click over data connection, click on new connection, and change the data source to SQL Server, and give your server name, and select the database, and then click OK. Now click the recently connected data connection and go to the property of that data connection and simply copy that connection string. Now here we need to connect this application with the database. So here goes dim connection is SQL connection is equal to new SQL connection, and here goes the connection string. So paste that connection string, and dim cmd is SQL command is equal to new SQL command. Now here we need to write the update query. Now go back to SQL Server, right click over that table and click on script table as update to new query, and simply copy that SQL query, go back to Visual Studio, paste that query. Now here the username is single quotes inside to single quotes to double quotes inside to double quotes to plus sign. Before passing the code, we need to capture the username that the user entered in this send code. So we need to capture that user entered email address into this reset. So here dim username is string is equal to send code dot to user. Now here we can use that username and password is single quotes inside to single quotes to double quotes inside to double quotes to plus sign txt verify new password dot text, and the condition is where username is equal to single quotes to double quotes to plus sign and username. That's it. Now here goes connection. Now we need to open the connection, so connection dot open. We need to execute this SQL query, so cmd dot execute non query, and then we need to display the message to the user, so message box dot show password resetted successfully. Here goes information, and then message box button dot OK, message box icon dot information. We need to close the connection, so connection dot close. That's it. Now go to the form 1. Now double click that login button, and we are going to write the code in order to log in into the system. So we need to import some namespace, import system dot data, imports system dot data dot SQL clients. Now inside the clicking event of that button, dim connection is SQL connection is equal to new SQL connection. Now simply paste that connection string, so copy and then paste. Dim cmd is SQL command is equal to new SQL command, and here what we need to write is select all from our table name, that is forgot login, where username is equal to single quotes inside to single quotes to plus inside to double single quotes to plus sign. Here goes txt user dot text, and password is equal to single quotes inside to single quotes to double quotes inside to double quotes to plus sign, and here goes txt pass dot text, and here goes connection. Dim sda is SQL data adapter is equal to new SQL data adapter, and here goes command. Now we need to use one more class, so dim dt is data table is equal to new data table. Now we need to fill the SDA, so SDA dot fill, there goes dt, and now we need to check if dt dot rows dot count is greater than 0, means if user enter username and password match with the database username and password, what we need to do is we need to display the message to the user, message box dot show login success, otherwise else message box dot show error. Now go back to form 1 and double click that forget password. When the user click that forget password, we need to display this form. So double click and here goes dim sc is send code is equal to new send code sc dot show dim form is form 1 is equal to new form 1, and we need to hide this form, so f dot hide. So that's it. So save it. Now run your program. Now we are going to check out system step by step. So tsn and the password is, click login, message to display, login success. Oops, but we got some error, invalid update. Oops, let me check our table name, login forget, but what we give, login forget, LOGIN FRGET. So simply save it again and again run it. Click login, message to display, login success. If you enter other than this username and password, message to display error. Now click that forget password. Now enter the email address over here. When you click this send button, what internally this program do is it generates a random number and send that random number into this email address. So click that send. Message is displayed. Please check your email and enter the code in the enter code text box. Okay. Now check your email inbox. There you go. The resetting code is this one. Simply copy this code and go back to your program and enter that code. Before entering the correct code, I am going to check the wrong code. So click verify, message to display wrong code. There you go. Now enter the exact same code and click verify, and this reset form is display. Now enter the new password, but before writing the new password I forget to do one thing. So simply stop that program and go to the reset. So here inside the clicking event of this button, what we need to write is, we need to check if txt verify pass dot text dot equals txt verify new password dot text. If the user enter password in these two text box are exactly same, we need to reset the password, otherwise we need to display the message saying that please enter the same password in the two text box. So then this one and here else message box dot show there you go, but we got some error here. Here indif, there you go. So simply start your program. I already showed the login part, so click on forget password and here goes tsn and then click send. Before doing this, when you enter the email address and click that send button, you may got some error. So in order to resolve that error, go to your email that we give in our program and go to the manager account and go to the security and scroll down, and what you need to do is you need to enable the less secure if access to on, so that you can log in into your email address from the Visual Basic. So go back to your send code, click that send button. Now let's check your email inbox. Here, if you do not enter the exact same email address, you may get this error: your message was not delivered to this one, because the domain gmail.com could not be found. So we need to enter the exact same email format. So I forget to write I here. Click send, and message should display this one. Now go to your email and refresh your email. There you go, we get new code. Simply copy that and click that verify button. Now here, if I enter the different password, message should display. Please enter the exact same password into text box, and here I'm going to write ron123, ron123, and click reset. Message should display password resetted successfully. But we got some error over here, incorrect syntax. Okay, oops. Now again run it. Forgot password. Click send. Send successfully. Now again let's check another code. Simply copy and paste. Click verify. Click reset. Password resetted successfully. Now let's check our password is resetted or not. So before we have the password 123, now we should have the updated password. There you go, run 123. Now let's log in into our system. So simply stop it, again run it, and here goes tsn email rcpr@gmail.com, and password is ron123. Message should display login success. If I enter the whole password, error. So that's it in this video tutorial, guys. If you like this video, share this video with your friends so that they can know about this forget password system, and give thumbs up, which really motivates us to create such programming video and stay connected with this channel. In order to stay connected with this channel, you need to subscribe this channel. So subscribe this channel, and thank you once again for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye bye.